At I know andito na din ang ating first speaker and nakikinig siya sa atin simula kanina pa lang. So I would like to give the floor to our first esteemed speaker. Siya lang naman po ang founder and CEO po ng Universal Vision and Chuchu Junction. Palakpakan po natin, Mr. Benedict Yalong.
Good
Welcome po sa
evening,
SK
everyone.
Julian.
Thank you,
Good evening po. Good
Kagawad.
evening.
Thank you. Good evening. Thank you po, SK Julian, Renzo, and Reggie. Marami pong salamat sa na-imbita niyo po ako dito at ma-share ko ang aking experience, no, bilang isang dumaan sa kagaya niyo, kabataan hanggang ngayon, no. Right now, I'm 47 years old, no. So, medyo marami na tayo na experience nung araw. Ngayon, meron akong isi-share, no? Miss, may share? Okay, can I share now? Okay. Ayun, wait I cannot share. Hindi po na-open yung share. Reggie?
Yeah, try nyo.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Ayun, okay. 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 Kaya nakikita niyo naman po yung screen ko, no? Nakikita niyo po?
Yes po, yes.
Kita naman po. Okay. So, good evening, everyone. My name is Benedict Yalong, founder and CEO of Universal Vision, PH. No? Multimedia marketing kami, PR and production agency. Wait. Okay. I'm also the man behind the revival of Chuchu Junction. No? It's an iconic train team spaghetti restaurant back in the 80s. Siguro, sa kabataan nyo, hindi nyo alam to. Pero for sure, yung mga titos and titas at mga magulang nyo, alam po nito. Meron po to sa Green Hills nung araw at sa Cubao. Now, we're starting to launch it this August for online delivery pa lang. So, we're trying to be in the market again, no? Pagdating sa food. Ngayon, I'm here to talk about what most businessmen or women na hindi nila pinag-uusapan or hindi sila komportable when they talk about failure. I'm here to talk about failure. Bakit failure? Kasi lahat dadaanan to. From the beginning to start your own business. But ikikwento ko muna sa inyo, share ko muna sa inyo kung paano ako nag-umpisa. I started my building my business in the year 2000. Siguro iba sa inyo, baka hindi pa pinapanganak. I was fresh out of college. No? Nag-aral tayo sa California back in 1994 to 1999. Tapos I went back to the Philippines to start my first post-production because I was a film major. Kumuha po tayo ng film major when we were studying in the States. Wala akong capital when I went home. Bakit? Because my dad doesn't want me to put up my own business because he wanted me to join sa family business. So sabi ko sa kanya, Dad, siguro ang pahiramin niyo na lang ako ng pera. Kasi walang-wala ako kasi fresh out of college. I had nothing, no? So sige, nag-agree kami. Pinahiram niya akong 50,000 pesos. Yung year 2000 na yon, malaki na yon. I had to buy this hardware called Matrox, no, para makapag-edit ako. So, siyempre, I had to pay him back. Back then, siyempre, ang Philippine film industry was already in the slumps. Medyo masama ang industriya noon because of nagkaroon tayo ng crisis back in 1997, no? But because film editing was my passion, pinursu ko siya. I used to edit videos for mga college students that time because I was barely new. Di ako kilala sa film industry or commercial industry. Nag-edit ako sa mga students sa Lasal, Ateneo, lahat ng mga may mass-com majors, nag-edit ako. But I wasn't able to sustain it because combination ng bad economy and bad luck and marred my first years of business. I also made the first big mistake of my life. I was impatient. I wanted to get money fast, but fast deals, yun naman yung mga one-time, big time. But alam mo, nagkamali ako. It didn't build any foundation. My first years really taught me a lot of things. Marami akong pagkakamali na nangyari sa akin. Wait. I know a lot of you taught in school there's such things as right and wrong answers. No, I wasn't book smart kind of guy. But let me tell you, no book can teach you things that failure taught me. In the real world, problems are messy. Totoo yan. Alam po natin lahat yan. Kayo, for sure, nakikita nyo ang paligid at panahon natin ngayon sa ekonomiya ng bansa natin, sa mga nangyayari ngayon. At tandaan nyo, there are no correct answers. So, let me assure you, yes, you will fail at one point or another. I have known a lot of friends who started businesses. They failed. Some of them gave up or either worked with their family businesses or just stayed employed. Or yung iba talagang gumiba, parang feeling nila end of the world na. But there's nothing wrong with those options. If you want to move to go to a family business or stay employed. But pag gusto nyo parang ako, if you're like me, who has the hunger to prove yourself to your families, to your friends, to your community, well, ito yon. Fasten your seatbelts because you will fail. What to do when you fail? Are you going to give up? Or you can make it in your inspiration. Alam mo, most of my friends, no, when they failed business the first time, they lose their self-esteem. Nawala na sila ng gana, nawala na sila ng parang dead end ng buhay nila. They thought that they were born as a failure. Pero hindi yun eh. Hindi yun ang sagot. Marami ako natutunan sa buhay. Marami akong na-experience sa buhay na alam ko hindi yun ang sagot. So, there are 5 things that failure taught me. Ito yung number 1. Hang out with positive people. Sometimes, it's not about your skill that was lacking when you failed. Hindi yon. Even the best people sa buong mundo, di ba? They tell you how they failed for the first time and then how they succeed. Alam mo, the last thing you need to do is baka ang gawin nyo, stay at home, hang out with negative people or hang out with sa mga marites dyan. Wala kayong pupuntahan. Or you will get nowhere. Look for positive people. Kasi tandaan nyo, negative people see failure as the end. Sabi ko nga kanina, lahat ng mga negatibong tao or negative aura or negative sa paligid nyo, dead end na sa kanila. Sa iniisip nila, that's it. Positive people see failure as an opportunity. So it's not that positive people are successful, but they're the ones with the capacity to succeed. Ibig ko sabihin, yun yung mga taong positive, even they think that hindi sila successful sa buhay, pero iba ang takbo, ang attribution nila sa life. Eventually, they'll be successful in a different world, no? At syempre, be a motivator. You need to be someone who brings out the best in other people, no? Sometimes it means motivation your team, your friends, your family through difficulties, lalo na ngayon, and challenges. Sometimes it means motivating your client to go beyond their comfort zones. Example, no? We have a marketing and PR. I handle several celebrities, personalities, and even politicians. We must be there every step of the way. And that means being there at their lowest. For example, alam niyo po, si Senator Mig Subiri ang ating Senate President right now. I-share ko lang po sa inyo. Since 2013, kasama ko na po siya at kliyente ko na po siya. Naging kaibigan ko na rin po siya. Since 2016, tumakbo siya bilang senador hanggang ngayon 2022 until naging Senate President po siya. Nandyan po ako sa likod niya. He goes to my office. I help him. I know everything about him, from his lowest to the low. And then, we always give him the positive attributes, no? Hindi lang po yan. Hinahandle ko rin po ang kanyang PR, no? Sa social media, sa mga speeches niya, at kung ano yung pero pagdating sa politics, syempre po, medyo mas may alam siya kaysa sa akin. But, even famous people like him, no? Person like him, he knows that, the world still wants to put you down. So I'm here to motivate him. He listens to me, and, ayun yung aking parang ginagawa, no, for him. Being the primary source of motivation for your team and your client is the surest way for you to succeed. Etong number 3 is very important. Etong sasabihin ko sa inyo. Patience is the key. If I had to rank the most important virtue I learned, it's patience. Alam nyo, in my early years, naalala ko dati, no? I was younger, I was too aggressive. I had feeling before, around me, I'm getting behind because I look around to see all of my friends, no, getting properties, buying cars, and luxury things left and right. Siyempre parang naiinggit ka. Parang I feel like kailangan gano'n rin ako. So, what I did, I tried to, sinasabayan ko sila. Pero mali pala yon. I was living beyond my means. Doon ang umpisa ng aking failure long time ago. Tandaan nyo, let me tell you, don't compare yourself to others. Do not rush. Success will not happen overnight. It took me 5 long years of failing. Another 15 years to get where I am right now. Don't live beyond your means. And don't be compulsive. Everything will happen. Just put it in the right effort. Trust the process. Have faith in God. Ika nga, may kasabihan nga, diba? Let nature takes its course. Tandaan niyo yan. Patience is the most important thing in the process. Number 4, stay aggressive. Also, there will be roadblocks. No? Tandaan niyo yan. Hindi naman porket kayo na nag-fail kayo, may roadblocks pa rin. I know, during the pandemic, di ba? I know a lot of businesses, colleagues who folded because they weren't able to cope or pivot. Some things na talaga hindi sila ready. Kasi alam nila ano mangyayari for the next 2-3 years, di ba? But my team and I, during that time, I had to find a way because my team depends on me. My family, my wife, my kids depends on me. So I had to find a way. During the early March of 2020, I met one of the distributor of a mask, no, here in the Philippines. They call it Green Box. That time, distributor siya, but he doesn't know how to sell. Marketing, online, US distributor siya. No? Partner niya ang US company about mask. So pinasok namin siya dito sa Philippines. And the team and I came out with a marketing campaign through online. And then from March 2020 till now, but the first year, we were selling like 2,000 to 3,000 mask pieces a day. So it became successful. And that time, there was no business. So alam niyo po yun, may lockdown. But we had to survive. We have to survive. So ayun po yung naging bread and butter namin. We just had to blend in, sumabay po kami sa mga nangyayari. But of course, not only but selling the mask, but siyempre, pine-prevent rin natin yung community na huwag mag-spread ang COVID that time. Meron kaming mga, even till now, no, mga hospitals, health professionals are still buying it from us as of the moment. And perseverance lang yun. Tiyaga, tiis, yun nga ulit, patience, and have faith with yourself and with your team. And lastly, give back to the community. Huwag kalimutan lumingon sa pinanggalingan. Tandaan niyo yan. This doesn't look, it affects your business directly, but let me tell you, this is as important as everything you do in your business. Magbigay ng tulong sa komunidad. Hindi kailangan may kapalit, dapat galing sa puso. Kung kayo ay maging successful, don't forget to look back, help the needy, don't expect in return. Galing dapat sa puso lahat yan. I know I didn't reach this place where I am right now. I was always helped one way and another by other people. And you have to remember that. So without expectation of getting anything returned, I help most of them all the time through someone in their education or in church. Kasi I'm a Christian. Every Nation kami, Victory Church kami ng wife ko and our kids, We are helping mga missionaries like that from other countries na pupunta doon. We do it by heart. We don't help because we just want to help. Because we want to spread, di ba? The good news of our Lord. Di ba? And one time, i-share lang ako sa inyo, meron akong tao, back, siguro 15 years ago, I helped, he just finished high school and he wanted to go to college. Magaling siya. He's smart. At alam ko, he wanted to get electrical engineering. Sabi ko, bakit hindi ka nag-aaral electrical engineering? Sabi niya, sir, wala po akong pang-tuition sa college. By that time, wala pa naman akong masyadong, hindi pa ako gano'n kalaki or what, maliit lang ang business ko nun. Sabi ko, sige, tulungan kita. Ako magpapaaral. Troy na, he finished his college. And then, when he graduated, siyempre, he can choose any companies, Nag-apply siya sa isang business, sa isang company ng dad ko. Tinanggap siya, pumasa siya. But now, after several years, he came back to me. He said, sir, sa inyo lang ako mag-a-apply because gusto ko lang masukle yung tinulong niya sa akin. I was really, medyo, I was overwhelmed and I was happy until now, nagbumalik siya sa company ko because gusto na niya magsukle ng yung tulong na ginawa ko sa kanya. I felt really good. At least sa akin, hindi ko iniisip yun. But nakatulong tayo because alam natin na merong future yung bata. Yun. Last, kasi syempre tatanungin nila, how to measure success? How do you measure success? After saying all that, you might be asking, so those 5 things can make me successful. But how do you know that you've reached it? Is it the amount of money I have in the bank? No. Is it the properties I have acquired? No. The companies I've built? No. If you're a greedy person, nothing will be enough, diba? You will feel miserable, diba? But I'll share you one thing. This is how I made it. May kwento lang ako sa inyo bago tayo matapos. This is for me, in my own self and my family. This is success. One day, kasi before, we only live in a small condominium, me and my wife. Very small, let's say 49.5 square meters. Very small. That time, my wife just gave birth to my son. He was only 1 year old pa lang that time, And I feel ko na it's about time to buy a bigger property for us. So one time, my dad kasi, he's very serious guy. Very straightforward. Alam mo, ganun ang mga magulang One time, I asked him, tawag ko sa kanya, Pops Pops, kita tayo sa Rockwell. May titingnan tayong property. So sabi niya, ilan ka na naman, condominium na naman. Kung heheram ka sa akin ng pera, wag condominium, gusto ko bahay, pahiramin ko kayo. Hindi, Pops, sumama ka lang, sabi ko sa kanya. So, nakita kami, Ang hirap magpa-schedule sa kanya kasi very busy man ang aking tatay. So, finally, nagkita kami. So nakita kami doon sa lobby ng condominium. Sabi ko, oh, nasaan na yung broker? Hindi, Paps, sa taas, akyat tayo. So umakyat kami sa taas. Sabi niya, anak, 7 o'clock na ng gabi, sino magbubukas sa'yo? Wala namang tao dito. Pinalabas ko yung susi. Pap, ito yung susi. Nagulat siya. Tapos binuksan ko. Eksakto kasi pinarenovate na namin ng wife ko. Pasok kami. Paano mo nakuha yung susi? Buti piniram sa'yo ng may-ari, sabi niya. Pap, binili ko na to. I saw his face.
Ano yung mga dala nila, baby?
Una, he couldn't believe it. He couldn't feel it that parang hindi ko lang marireact yung mukha niya until dumating yung aking asawa. At pinakita niya, Papa, binayaran na po namin ito. Una, parang he was shocked that he wanted to smile, but he doesn't know if he's gonna smile. Ang sinabi lang niya, congratulations, tinignan niya yung bahay. Good thing, mas malaki na itong property nyo para sa mga apo ko, mas okay siya. Until one day, the next day, sinabi ko sa kanya, sinend ko sa kanya yung property title, yung ganyan, no? Eh, nakakuha ko ng message sa kanya na never ko nakuha sa buong buhay ko sa kanya. Ang sabi niya sa akin, I'm proud of you. Doon ko na-feel that I reached the success that I wanted to have. So sobrang tuwa ako, halos maiyak ako, sabihin ko sa inyo. Because never ko marinig yan sa aking ama. From there on, doon ko na-feel, it's not the amount of money, tandaan nyo. It's not the amount what you reach. It's how you make, or if you're in debt with someone, with your family, with your magulang, with your brother, your sister, or your friend, makita mo at ma-prove mo sa kanila na you've reached it. For some, it may not be your father or mother, but some indebted too, di ba? No matter who it is in your life, do not forget to show them it because you've reached your success. At the end of the day, building a company and doing business is much about being good at what you do and how good you are managing relationship with other people. Client, employee, family, and friends. Tandaan nyo, you are not alone in this. And lastly, have faith. Count your blessings. That's everything. Kumita ka man ngayong araw na to, maliit man yan or malaki, hindi ka kumita ngayong araw to, pray. Count, always thank to Him. Thank to God na you're there, you're trying your best, and everything will happen at God's perfect time. When you fail, tandaan nyo to, it's not the end. It's just the beginning of your story. Do not forget the learnings from your failure. Thank you.
Thank you so much po, Mr. Benedict Yalo. Let's give Mr. Benedict heart react naman sa ating Zoom. Ayan, thank you po. Thank you so much po for sharing your life, your story, and a piece of you to us. Ayan, so yan nakikita
Thank
natin
you.
yung mga heart reaction from our participants. I guess we can
Thank
open
you so much.
I guess, sir, are you okay to answer a few questions from the participants if they have?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. It's okay.
Okay, so the floor is open to anyone who has a question to our speaker, Mr. Benedict. Ayan. Or any sharing lang din from the participants. Ayan. Siguro ako personally, yung tumatak din sa akin is that no book can teach you what failure has taught you. Diba? Don't
Yes.
ever be afraid of failure. Mas marami tayo.
Correct.
Pero wag naman nating maging habit siguro ang mag-fail na mag-fail. It's
Yeah,
about the
of course.
failure. Ayan. Okay, meron ba tayong question from the audience? Ayan. Puro heart reactions na nakikita ko. Feeling ko na-absorb nila ng tuluyan yung mga na-share sa atin ni Mr. Benedict.
Thank you so
Errol?
much.
Thank you din po, Sir Benedict. Errol, do you have
Okay.
question or Sherry? Ayan, naka-on ng kanyang screen. Baka may gusto siyang i-share. Ay, wala. Thank you po, napakaganda ng message. Sabi po ni Miss Jocelyn Gersolo, thank you po, napakaganda ng message. Thank you po ng marami.
Thank
Sabi
you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Syempre, we would also like to extend our sincerest gratitude to your time and effort po na i-meet kami tonight and mag-say ng yes kay Reggie po as our
Dada?
Wala
Ayan.
problema.
So,
Maraming salamat din.
so a piece of appreciation ng po, certificate of appreciation from the Sangguniang
Ito,
Kabataan.
marami pong salamat. Thank you
Marami.
so much. Thank you.
Let me
Marami
just
pong
read po the
salamat.
text on the certificate. So, certificate of Sangguniang Kabataan ng Barangay Poblacion Makati City confers this certificate of appreciation to Mr. Benedict Yalong for being the guest resource speaker in the Progress, a webinar on building personal development and financial literacy. His strong desire to teach young people on personal development was crucial in realizing the program's goal and introducing the concept of financial education to the constituents of this barangay. Given the 4th day of September 2022 in Barangay Poblacion, Makati City, signed by our SK Chairperson, Julian Calson Mateo. Again, thank you so much po, Sir Benedict.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Sana po na kahit papaano sa mga short story ko at sa konting kwento at may natutunan po tayo. At don't worry, have faith, you know. May nagtatanong kung ilang taon na ako. Ilang taon na po kayo, sir? 47 years old. Sana may natutunan kayo. Tandaan nyo, never give up, have faith. Yun lang po ang masasabi ko. Yun po.
Thank you, sir.
Again, so parting words from Mr. Benedict Yalong, have faith and never give up. Sir Benedict, 47 years old pero mukhang 27. Ganyan.
Salamat.
Very good. Okay. Thank you po ulit, Sir Benedict.
Thank you. Okay. Bye-bye. Bye-bye po.
All right. So again, so now